Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Gold Library. I'm super excited for you to be here today. So, welcome to my journal. I'm going to be calling this as a media journal, but it's basically going to be a reading journal with occasional media sprinkled in. So if you're like, what is a media journal? Or what are you talking about, Rose Gold Library, aka Jackie? Well, a reading journal is going to be, in my case, a way to document my thoughts, opinions, and also books that I read throughout this year. And it's going to be a way for me to also document media such as movies, TV shows, streaming, anime, manga, books, novels, novellas, all of that fun jazz. I might also do video games because I've been obsessed with Twisted Wonderland, and at least on the English server, book 7 is about to be concluded, or it is concluded based on the time I'm recording this, and it's gonna destroy me, so I might as well do a journal entry about it. So this little cover is reading journal. I kind of took inspiration from Grim the Cat, or Grim the Dire Beast technically, but I've also wanted to make it very cute. It's a little book. So right here, it's gonna be the first for me. I've never done a little tab. I felt so nervous doing this, so so I'm kind of glad it worked out in the end. I did not know when you're doing this technique you need to cut the other pages, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. So this is my goal page for 2026. So the first goal that I want to do is read a Disney movie, TV show, books, etc. that are based on the original property. So for example, 101 Dalmatians, read the book first, then watch the movie, and then if it's a TV show, watch the TV show. So my second goal is to read 12 non-fiction books. My third is to read 12 BIPOC authors and or directors. I still haven't decided, but I also wanted to add directors onto it. Read 4 women author. Read 12 others or plus identities, such as, for example, an author who is LGBTQ plus disabled. Like that will be an example. And I would love to read 3 library science, archive, or museum books about like archival science and such. And my goal is to write a quote for everything that I'm going to at least put in this journal. Because I know sometimes I am going to be watching a movie and I'm just going to forget about it because it was just brain rot. But write a quote for things that I do matter. And number 8 is to read and watch, quote unquote, at home, which is going to be my TBR, my to be read list, and to be watched list. So my to be watch list, you're not sure if you can see it here, but on streaming, it's just going to be like watch all the movies that I'm like, oh, I've been want to watch this, and then I notice it's, oh, it's about to leave X, Y, and Z streaming site, so I need to watch that first. So this will be my guide. If you're wondering how I'm gonna categorize this, so if it's 5 stars, it's my new favorite. If it's 4 stars, I enjoyed it and I want to talk about it. If it's 3 stars, I just kind of found it okay. 2, I don't really like it. 1, I hate it, I read it, I call it a day. And if it's 0 or none, it's I did not finish or no comment. Because I kind of felt like, why am I going to waste my time? This one's going to be a little bit weird. In my journal, it's either I'm just not going to put it down here, or it's one of those things like, I had to watch it, unfortunately, for X, Y, and Z, and I don't want to comment. Or I just didn't want to comment and put it on there. So I'm also going to be talking about a little bit of my other goals. So my yearly goals my top goal is to read 52 books. I'm also going to be including books that I've read at work, but I'm not going to include the books that I've read at work into my journal unless I'm also reading it at home in my free time. Track books at work, that's what I've mentioned before. Annotate 5 full books. And this one is going to be very big. If you've seen on my other social media, I'm going to be doing The Hunchback of Notre Dame Read and Annotate. It's a book that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and now that I'm older and I finally had time to go down my own pace, and also it's going to be something where I get to do. And my monthly goals is to read 1 book, write 1 quote from a book into the journal, finish the book within the month, and film me journaling in here. Tracking goals, read all my TBR list this year. Track my reading time. Track more stats. And this last one hurts a little bit. Spending on books. How much did I spend? I was gonna do the same thing for my media goals, but then I realized it's basically the same thing but like different wording, so that's why it's kind of blank. For my yearly goal for my media is to watch 12 movies like Disney and streaming, watch something new, journal my thoughts about it. And my monthly goals is to watch 1 documentary and document my journal, finish all the series first, and if possible find a book that also matches the same theme. So for example, if I'm watching a documentary on sea turtles, I would love to find a book that it's either about sea turtles or it's like a mermaid fantasy or something like that, and sea turtles play a big important role. Like it's a world building, or it's a main character or something like that, or it's just like themes of oceans and ocean ecology, ecosystems and all that. So this page right here is going to be my brackets. It's going to be the best book in media. I was going to say the best ever, but I'm like, that's not the right word. So how it's going to be January versus April, February versus May, March versus June, and then it's going to be July versus October, August versus November, September versus December. So it's going to be very fun to have it be battling out, and I'll get to see what my thoughts were, because January me is such a different person than December me. So it's going to be nice to look back and just say like, oh, that's what I thought was the best book ever of this year. And it's just going to be nice, and also seeing like, oh, I thought that was the best movie ever, and then X, Y, and Z director came out, and I love that even more. And it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna attempt to do this brackets, and it's gonna be very fun because this year I'm also going to be actively trying to track stats. At least try. I'm not really good at tracking stats, but that's okay. And also I'm kind of trying to color code at least some of these. What I'm trying to do is have the little color in the middle be the winner. So it's either going to be the name of the title, or it's going to be January. For example, it's January and April, and January wins. In the little blue spot, it's going to be January. So these are my templates and fill-ins. I was originally going to make an original template, but then I realized some movies, TV shows, and books like have different things, and these are the things that I want to have. So for example, it would be the title, author, published, when was it published, genre, started and finished, pages, what format, books, ebooks, audiobook, did I own or borrow it, what did I put it like this question: what did you like? What did you hate? What did you feel? What did you quote? And why? And pick a character, any character, and just talk about it. What's my favorite quote? What is the rating and age range? What are the first words, last words, summary, recommendation, thoughts, goal marker? So, for example, earlier would be nonfiction or a BIPOC author. Record a video, a synopsis. If it's has an album, because I might also do some songs. It will be song album. How long did it take? Lifetime total. What is the episode? What are the themes? Plot. Favorite episode. Who are the character? Director, cinematographer, and producer. And distribution company. So this page right here, if you look at my Tumblr, it's the exact same. What's it called? Cover, banner. And it's also made this on Canva. I give me iced tea, zero noise in the room, put me some headphones, and I can make the Sistine Chapel on Canva. I have a love-hate relationship with Canva now because their filters are kind of like annoying me. Because half the time I'm trying to find free stuff and it's only giving me premium quality, and I'm like, I just want the free. So this is my book tracking, and what I love is that I'm going to be coloring in each of these books. This has enough books for 45 books on here, like on this little shelf, so I'll get to cover a good amount of books right here. I also have multiple pages, but these are going to be the ones that I'm going to attempt to do first. I'm not sure if you can see. It's going to be... Also, we're not going to be talking about the mistakes that I made. That's why we have washi tape. I like to plan a lot of things out in paper and pencil, but then sometimes things go wrong, so we have to plan ahead. So this is my at-home 2BR. So I had these books for around 5 to 1 year. It's just been stuck here, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't want to throw them out, and then I realized, oh, I haven't read them. I got them on pre-order, and then I never read them. So the first, no, this is not in any particular order. I've also put this inside of my regular bullet journal, so it will be a reference to go back and forth. So these books are the first 14. The Little Book of Cottagecore, 101 questions you need to ask in your 20s. SPQR, which is the history of Rome. Mexican Gothic, City of Nightmares. The Chalice of the Gods. Blue Atlas, Under a Future Sky. The Bone Witch, The Daughterland. The princess saves herself in this one. They Say, I Say, 13 stories. The Sun and the Star. I'm also going to be reading Twisted Wonderland, the novels, and the manga series. Disney. I'm going to be trying to read Peter Pan, Treasure Island, 101 Dalmatians, Rapunzel, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, The Frog Prince, Bambi, and Sleepy Hollow. So this section right here is really going to be very fun for me. It's a personal curriculum. I've also put it right here that it's going to be online in my other journals. So that means sometimes I'm going to be reading it in my commonplace book. It's going to be on my Notion. It's going to be in my bullet journal. It's going to be a little bit of everything. So I had to think about it for a quick second to explain what a personal curriculum is. And for me, it's really easy because that's what I did for my thesis in my undergrad. It's basically, I'm just making my own syllabus. I'm treating this year as if I'm taking a class and I'm going to be researching a topic. And it's also a way for my brain to be looking at it and just say like, oh, I'm going to be making class. So study 1 is Notre Dame, aka Hellfire, which is going to be reading The Hunchback of Notre Dame, watch the Disney movie, watch the musical, and compare Rolla Flame from Twisted Wonderland and the original, and hopefully you'll see a video essay from me. And my second study is going to be back to study bases, archives. Just reread my stuff that I had to do for my thesis, essentially. My study 3 is archives and media. So it's just going to be Walt Disney archives and read about film archives. And study 4 is just art basics. It's just going to be me looking at YouTube videos, books of how to, and hopefully attend a art class in person. So this is another book and media tracker. So up to these 2 pages, I have up to 45. And this is another thing that I got off of Canva. It's the same bookshelf that I have in my little rose gold library banner one. It's really cute. It can fit up to 45 books, so it's just going to be the same theme. So hopefully this would be very full. And my camera kind of died on me. So this is how it's the finished look. I added some stickers. It's really, really cute. I also love the Magnus Archive, so I put the Library of Jürgen Leitner, some L's, some little books right here. So we're opening it up, and the first page is always so hard, so I just kind of gave up. So the reading journal, my goals. Like, I really want to focus on my goals this year. And I added some more stickers. Look at these. They're so cute. And I was like, yeah, no. I'm not gonna focus on tracking, because why am I gonna do that? I added this little dog. He's adorable. He's like reading. And just focusing on all of these. I really do want to do that. And right here, I just kind of added a little bit more sticker. And I love this little couch situation. It kind of looks like a book nook. I kind of love this pattern for 45 bucks. I don't know why. 45 seems like a good number. So I added more stickers right here. I added like Mickey Mouse washi tape. I added a little mouse right here, which is Mickey for archives and media. And I added some hello stickers. And this butterfly anatomy stickers I kind of love. And then I kept going. It's all the way up to 121. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue that. If I can reach up to 121. This is blank page. And then I'm going to be doing a 75 challenge. So I made this little door where I can just mark off like all the books and time spent. So it's my another tracker. And if you notice, it's going to be the 17th, because March 17th will be the full 75 days. But it didn't want to stop on March 17th, so I went to the 89. And then this is my other studies from earlier. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate. If you have any book recommendations, or if you want to ask about my journaling style, please let me know. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.